Stay hydrated, BBs. Hi everyone, my name is Dari and welcome back to the Studio Barra. This time we are talking about life coaches. I got one and I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing with him. I'm kind of going through the motions and I feel inspired to share my journey with you, well, with me actually. This is really for posterity for me and so that I can follow my own journey. So here we go. I identify as a perfectionist / procrastinator. Over the years, I've been really struggling with just feeling like getting things together, and I procrastinate a lot. And through reflection and the work that I've been doing, I realized that I procrastinate because I'm a perfectionist. Hence, identifying as one and feeling the need to pivot. I'm feeling an energy shift within me and around me, so I'm excited to dive into the unknown. So yeah, I'm just kind of relishing the fact that I don't really know what to do with a life coach, so it's kind of like uncharted territory and I can make it whatever I want to make it. So lately I have been feeling as though it's difficult to get to the living of my life. I find myself in moments of solitude and not really loneliness, but I recognize that I would prefer if my energy were a little more animated. And I'm not quite sure how to tap into the energy of just doing things, just getting to the task at hand and just getting to the work of living the life and the doing, you know, the meat of it. I am grateful to say that I feel as if I've been lucky in life. I had an interesting childhood. Overall, it was a very happy childhood, a very loving childhood. I felt loved. However, lately I've been feeling dissatisfied, you know? I feel lucky but a little dissatisfied. And so kind of as if some of the luck and the control is outside of me, which is nice, you know, to recognize that I can really flow into what's happening and the energy that seems to be fortuitous around me. However, I know, and I've been studying manifestation and the art of allowing, and I just noticed that I wasn't really active and I wanted to shift my energy into a more active space where I was really had a hand in, you know, the living of my life. So having that realization, I look back and I'm like, I feel pretty unorganized, you know? A lot of my life feels like very reactive. I feel like I'm a reactive person, so anything that pops up, that's where I'm at and that's what I'll do. A lot of times I feel unorganized and I want to get things together. So many times I've tried to start a schedule. I've purchased so many planners throughout the years and nothing ever really sticks. Feeling so unorganized as I have been makes me realize how overwhelmed I am. With the increased awareness that I've been putting on myself and on my situation and my experience, I'm just really overwhelmed, you know, with my emotions. I feel a lot. I really want to talk things out and there's not really enough people to talk to, so this feels appropriate for me right now, and I want to feel less overwhelmed. I want to feel a little more at peace with my life and with the way it's going, with the way it's flowing. So I just started thinking back on, well, feeling like I wanted to have a little more control over what's happening. A thought popped into my head of a friend of mine that had seen a life coach, and I had actually previously given him a Reiki session. I had given my friend a Reiki session and my friend's life coach also requested one. So I had met him before, and when I talked to my friend about the work she had done with this life coach, they couldn't recommend them anymore. You know, they were like super supportive and told me that I should go ahead with it. So I did. I realized my procrastinating nature and decided to just go for it, even though it was only a thought that popped in my head and I was like, maybe let me do this. So I just decided to go for it. Fast forward to getting to the bookings and the scheduling of these life coach sessions, and I honestly, truly did not know what I could really talk about. Honestly, the only thing that came up was YouTube. But outside of that, it's all, I just kind of want a little more structure. So that's kind of how I went into it. I didn't really have anything more. So I was like, what you got? Here's a jumble of life things. Help me sort through them. Although I didn't feel too lost, because when it came down to it, especially because YouTube is one of the bigger things that has me had me motivated to get in touch with a life coach, it's because I love following a journey. I love seeing how things progress, and I felt it was important to see how this progresses, to see how my journey with the life coach, but not just the life coach, my journey through the work that I'm doing with him and through the process of documenting my work here in this space that is just mine. It feels tantalizing, you know? It feels like I kind of want to go there. Honestly, following the journey just makes me feel as though it will lead to more awareness overall, which is what I need, which is what this world needs. That introspection, that awareness, that ability to understand what's happening inside of us. I think it's really important energy to tap into. And because my inner narrative has been so negative, I realized that like making and editing these videos will help me improve the conversation I'm having with myself. And honestly, I really truly believe that sharing our stories, sharing our perspectives is what will inspire a true change and shift in this world, in this culture, in this society, on this planet, with these people, with our fellow beings on this planet, and a shift is definitely needed. So hopefully this inspires you to tap in and start asking those questions. Maybe reach out to see a life coach. I don't know. Maybe just follow along and see what you pick up. Another added delicious layer to documenting this and making these videos is that I believe voicing my experience and my perspective will help me own my story, will help me own this experience, will help me own my own narrative. And I don't ever want to feel like I'm stuck in a space. You know, that narrative is a space. All of these narratives that we have within us, that is very potent energy. And so I'm excited to switch up the conversation that I'm having internally. So that being said, all that being said, with a life coach, what I hope to gain, I have my notes here. Okay, so with my life coach, I suppose I'll identify the different ways I can go about living my life. I've always viewed my life as a science experiment, and I have a situation, there's a thing happening, I have a hypothesis, and I will perform experiments, do different things to test my hypothesis, and then I will come to a conclusion overall and allow that conclusion to take me to the next experiment and use what I've learned in a positive way so that I can continue progressing and moving forward. So there are no rules. There are no rules. And for me as a perfectionist, it's kind of scary, but also, you know, I'm learning to rewrite my narrative, and it's not scary. Maybe it's exciting. Okay, so, you know, there are no rules, so that's exciting. And that means that life, everything can just look however it looks. And as long as it feels right, that's where I move. Again, with Abraham Hicks, I'm telling y'all, read up on it, just listen to him, chill. I just want to start moving towards what feels really good, what feels right, because I operate from a place of love. And if that's what I believe, then I need to trust and have faith in the fact that my choices will lead me to what feels good, and what feels good is what is love. I gotta trust that, right? And yeah, so even I said I'm not quite sure where to go from here, so this feels like a pretty good ending for this video. I just wanted to kind of introduce the fact that I am seeing a life coach and I'm not quite sure what to do with them and with the work that I'm doing, but I am the raw material, so whatever I bring to the table is what we're working on, and that is beautiful and good and productive and progressive. So I am excited to see how it keeps going, how it keeps progressing, and to keep sharing my journey with you. And I hope that you will send me some positive vibes because I would really like to tap into my Capricorn rising and, you know, just be a more structured individual and a boss bitch and get my shit right and tight. You know, I just want to feel more confident in my own skin and in my choices. So let's go with this life coach. Let me see, what else do I have written? Ooh, and last but not least, it's just nice to have a hand to hold while I'm doing this work. At my job, I always say, because I work at a gym, I always say, we will hold your hand as lightly or as tightly as you need on your fitness journey. And so I need to start telling that to myself. I can hold my own hand as lightly or as tightly, okay? And I can do things. I can tap into the energy of actively doing and living this life. It's the only one I got. So I'm trying to have fun. Let's have fun. Let's have fun. I'm really excited. Thank you so much for sharing this journey. And one last thing, which I want to journal on. It's just something that came to me and I wanted to share. I'm investing in my ability to grant myself permission. I am investing in my ability to grant myself permission. And with that, I bid you adieu. Thank you so much for being here with me and ruminating with me. I'm grateful to you and all of your positive and loving energy. I give it right back to you tenfold, and I'm excited to keep sharing this process, to keep sharing this journey. Have a lovely rest of your day wherever you are. I love you so much. Bye.